Hi participants, welcome again. We are still on week 4, lesson 1, where we are creating classrooms. As promised, this is the last classroom that we are creating, which is a classroom on Moodle platform. Now, I think if you were already on your week 4, lesson 1, you've seen that there are instructions where I am guiding you on how to create the platform first. Before you can create a classroom on Moodle, you need to first identify the Moodle platform that you feel is suitable for your subject. And then for this course, we are identifying Gnomio as the suitable platform simply because it's an open source. Now, make sure that you are at the right spot when we start. I'm going to ask you again to just pause for a few minutes and go back to week 4, lesson 1, where the topic is creating a classroom on Moodle. And then check all the steps and make sure that you are on the page where at the bottom you see add a new course. And then if you do not see that yet, I think it's better for you to pause this video and make sure that you are at that stage so that you are with us on the right track. As you are pausing the video, I'm also pausing to share my screen so that we continue. All right, I hope you are back and then you followed all the steps to set up your Gnomio Moodle. This is my Gnomio Moodle. Your page won't look like mine, but I just want you to be at the stage where you see add the course. And when you scroll up, you will see your Gnomio that you have created. This one is mine. It is saying ramashiro.gnomio. Yours will have your name that you have chosen and .gnomio.com. Make sure that you go to the top right corner here on the settings, you click, and then you turn on the editing. My editing is on. For you to see that it is on, you will see that it says turn editing off. So if it is off, it will say to you, turn editing on. Then you scroll down, down, down. You click where it says add a new course. Remember, on Moodle, we are creating courses most of the time. But you as a teacher, you are going to create your class. This will be your online classroom where you'll be teaching your learners. Then the full course name can be your subject, can be your grade, whatever you want to call it. Last time we created a class that we called mathematics. The other one we called English. Let's see, what should we call this one? Maybe this one, we can call it history. Call it history. This is the full name of our classroom. And then the short name, we can call it hist. Then these are the required fields that we need to fill in. The other things, you might fill them in later, but if you want to, you can do that. You can be able to tell when this classroom of yours should start and when it should end. And also the course ID is something that you can think about later. On the course summary, this is where you're going to inform your learners what this classroom is about. Let's say here you have a grade, then you can say this is the classroom for mathematics or for English. Even though you said your classroom is history, you can still explain that you are going to teach your learners about. You can tell them that you are going to learn about maybe history. You are going to learn about South African history. And history. And this is the description you are giving your learners so that they know what are they going to learn in this class. And then if you want to put your course image, you can put it. And then if you want to put any document that is explaining about your classroom, you can do that. And then these are other formats that you can go for. Maybe if you want your classroom to have topics or to have single activities, to have a social format, to have a weekly format. So let us choose a topic format. And then the number of sections, you find 4 in default. You can choose if you want to add more. When it comes to number of sections, you can be guided by, maybe if you are using a textbook, by your textbook, how many topics in your textbook are there. Then you can put the number of sections as per your number of chapters or topics in your textbook. And then if you want to hit some sections from your students while you are still maybe busy preparing, you can do that. And then the course layout, you want to choose how your classroom should be seen to your learners. If you want all sections to be on one page, or one section, maybe all sections in one page, or one section per page. Let's choose one section per page. And then the appearance, you are going to, you don't use first language. The number of announcements that you want to be there, you can choose 5 is default. When you click the arrows, you will be able to choose any number. And then the most important thing is this. Do you want your students to see the grade book? The grade book is where the marks of your learners' assessments are going to be. Yes, you want them to see how they performed. And if you also want them to see the activity reports, you can do that and you say yes. And then if they will have to see activity dates, yes. Then the issue of file uploads. Remember, there are some activities where you want your learners to upload some files. Then this is the limit. This is the default limit. You can leave it as it is. The issue of completion tracking, you need to be able to let your learners to say they have completed the activity. When you enable completion tracking, when they are done, they can click yes on the completion activity tracking. And then you can also show the completion activity conditions, where you are saying you can only say you have completed this activity if you have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you are going to use groups in your activities, you can activate this group section, wherein you can indicate separate groups, visible groups, or if you have forced groups mode, you can say yes or no. But this one, you can come back later and do it when you have activities that require groups. And the role renaming is when you have people that you are having to help you in your course. For example, in other institutions, you'll find that you have external markers. Instead of calling them non-editing teachers, you can call them markers. If you have moderators, you can do that and rename. But if you want to leave the names that are there by default, you can do that. And then the issue of text, you can enter any text if you have, so that you can tag whoever or whatever you want to tag in your class. And then you will click save once you've done all the settings that you want to do. And then your course will be there. This is the history course. Don't mind what you see below here, because this is the course that we are doing right now. I was showing you on the same platform how you can create a class. So it means you can have many classes Some teachers, you're teaching different subjects. You can have your first class, the second one, the third one, and so forth. So this is your class you have created, and you can be able to enroll your learners in your class if you want to. And then these are the topics that are there. We said we need the 4 topics for now, but you can increase them if you want to. And then you can start renaming your topics according to the way they are in your textbook. Let's say maybe the first topic can be history of South Africa. History of South Africa or democracy. Your first topic, you enter the topic. After typing, you click enter, you press enter, on your laptop, then the topic will show. So we are not yet doing the putting in the content in your classroom. I was just showing you how to create your classroom on Moodle platform. Other nitty-gritties is for another day. For today, you just learned how to create your classroom on Gnomio Moodle. I hope so far this information will assist, and then you will be able to create your classroom on Moodle, and you are going to play around with these other features on Moodle to see if you can be able to create some of the activities. But we are going to have lessons also on how to create activities on our platforms. For now, we learned how to create the classrooms. You know, I think for now that I love you all and I wish you all the best. And I hope you are learning a lot. Bye-bye for now. Till we meet again on week 4, lesson 2, which is the last lesson of our course. Bye-bye.